Hello, I'm Teacher Lisa, your ESL video instructor. In today's lesson, we're going to learn several words that have to do with travel and tourism. So if you're thinking about taking a trip or you want to get more comfortable speaking English when you travel, let's go over some common phrases. Ready? Let's jump into it. So here we have several words having to do with travel and tourism. So let's take a look at each of the sentences. We give you an example sentence, we highlight the phrase, and we give you the definition. So let's do one at a time. We need a vacation to get away from it all. To get away from it all means go somewhere relaxing for a break. Next sentence. When we go to Paris, will we have time to go sightseeing? Go sightseeing means visit interesting buildings and places as a tourist. Next example. We won a once-in-a-lifetime trip to New Zealand. Once in a lifetime means unique and unrepeatable. Notice the hyphens or dashes between these words. When you see that in English, it just means we consider all the words together. That creates a meaning. And also we read it a little quicker. So you notice when I read this sentence, I went through these words pretty quickly to keep them together. So we won a once-in-a-lifetime trip to New Zealand. Next one, I always feel homesick when I travel abroad. Meaning, to feel homesick means be sad because you miss your home and family. Let's look at a few more expressions. I've never been anywhere like it. It was such a culture shock. So culture shock, the meaning of culture shock, feeling of confusion or distress when visiting a different place or culture. Culture shock. Next example, they lived in a house off the beaten track in the country. So what does that mean? Off the beaten track, away from other people, buildings and roads. We also use the word remote. So we might actually use the word remote when we think about off the beaten track. So that's another synonym, remote. Next, the hotels in this area all look a little bit run down. What is run down? We see that hyphen again, so we're considering those two words together and we read them a little quicker to keep them together, run down, in a bad condition through lack of care or repair. So a hotel can be run down, your house can be run down, any building can be run down, even a car can be run down. There are so many birds in this unspoiled countryside. Unspoiled means not changed, damaged, or built on by people. Unspoiled. We even think of these tropical islands where no one lives, no one's ever really explored it. It's unspoiled. Let's look at a few more examples. Again, all related to travel and tourism. I'll never settle down. I get itchy feet every few years. Itchy feet means a desire to travel or move. You might hear the expression, I have a 10-year scratch. So you just feel like you want to do something and finally you have to scratch it or itch it or do something about it. That desire is there, this itchy feeling like your feet, and then eventually you have to scratch it. You have to do something about it. And our next one, my son's thirst for adventure worries me sometimes. Thirst for adventure, a desire for exciting experience. So thirst, of course, we use that when we need to drink. It does come from thirsty. I'm thirsty, so I'm going to drink water. So you can have a thirst for anything, really. You can have a thirst for adventure. Of course, it's not literal, even though the word can be used in a literal sense. You can have a thirst for knowledge. That also is not literal, this strong desire for something. The next set, remember you can pause the video at any time to review these expressions. We're going to look around the flower district this morning. Look around means explore an area or place. Every time I drive into the city, I get hopelessly lost. Hopelessly lost is totally unable to find your way. Man, you just get lost and it just seems like your GPS isn't helping, your map. Wow, can't find your way. You really need to stop and ask for help if you're hopelessly lost, almost without hope. We stopped off at a couple of museums along the way. Stop off, just pause a journey in one place before continuing. So if you're driving from New York to Florida, for example, you might stop off in Virginia. You might stop off at a particular museum or tourist site before you continue your journey. You will get your boarding passes when you check in. Check in is to register your arrival at an airport or hotel. Check in. And our next few, we have to check out of the hotel before 1 p.m. So check out of somewhere means to pay your bill and leave a hotel. So when you check out, of course, it means settling the bill. The next one, we're going to check out the zoo tomorrow. So this is different. So check out in the original meaning meant to leave a hotel, settle the bill. But in this case, check out here means to see if something or someone is interesting. You might say, hey, I see a lady over there. I'm going to go check her out, see if she's interesting. I'm going to try to talk to her. You can also check out a place. Next, the first leg of the journey is a long flight to Singapore. Leg of a journey means a stage in a journey from one place to another. So if you're flying from New York to the Philippines, you might have a leg of the journey, that first piece where you stop off at Japan. So that's the first leg. Next, it's only a weekend getaway, so we don't need much luggage. So getaway is a vacation, particularly a short one. So when anyone uses that word getaway, it doesn't mean they're going to be gone for a month. Then it's not really a getaway in the true sense of the word. It's just a short trip. We use that for weekends. Weekend getaway or 2-3 days is a getaway. Let's look at a couple more. I'm really looking forward to seeing the pyramids. Ooh, so looking forward to something means feeling really excited about something that's going to happen. Looking forward to it. So anything that you can be excited about. I'm looking forward to seeing my dad after 50 years of not seeing him or something like that. Hopefully you don't take that long to visit your dad. Or you're looking forward to a meal. I'm looking forward to seeing my friend again. I'm looking forward to going to work tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Something that might excite you. My parents came to the airport to see me off. See somebody off, go to the station or the airport to say goodbye to someone. So there you have it. Several expressions or words that you should be very familiar with. They're very common. Any native will know what you mean. So these are up-to-date phrases or expressions, all related to travel and tourism. So now hopefully you're more exposed and will start to become more comfortable as you use these when you take a trip or have to call someone and talk about travel and tourism. So I'm going to see you in the next video. Let's see what's up for our next video. Phrasal verbs. We saw some phrasal verbs in the lesson today. In the next video, I'll talk more specifically about what they are.